another episode of Mr. J's Workshop. Today, I'm just giving you an update. I've had several viewers address the comment, what happened to Project 701? Is there an update? Well, I guess I'm going to have to be honest. I haven't got much done. It's been slow going for many reasons, but there is no excuse. I should at least do one thing a day, and that's what I'm going to try to do for now on. But to give you an update, we got our Rotax, our 912 ULS, onto the plane. And I hate saying it was a project because we ran into some problems that were unforeseen. So we put the engine in and it went on like a glove and bolted up no problem. Where the problem occurred was as we were torquing the bolts up to the 450 inch pounds, we were able to torque the bolts to the proper inch pounds. The other two bolts would not click off at 450 inch pounds. We kept on tightening and tightening and tightening, and what eventually happened was the nut bottomed out on the threads. So this threw up a red flag. Why did this happen? So for you out there who's getting ready to put their motor on, this is very important because it doesn't only happen to the Rotax, it happens to other engines on the market. It's a common problem that it happens once in a while. Why it happens, I don't know. So the reason why it wasn't torquing off, there is a metal spacer in between the rubber couplings that was, as we're tightening it up, the metal spacer was collapsing. And why is this bad? When that spacer collapses, it actually changes the pitch on the motor. So it's not a good thing. So the way it's supposed to work is when you reach that 450 inch pounds, in my case, the washers and the engine assembly should be all tightening up right up to the washer. I mean, the spacer. So it torques right at when it's touching the spacer. Now, if it keeps on crushing that spacer like the situation we had here, that's not right, and it will change the pitch on the engine, and most likely if your cowling is assembled and all, it may rub on different parts of the cowling. So very careful when you put this together. Make sure you get it to the right torque specification, and the best way of doing that is working up to that torque. And what that means is don't start at 450 inch pounds. Start at a lesser number, like 250 inch pounds. Torque all the bolts 250 inch pounds, and then maybe go 50 increments up. Go to 300 inch pounds. Torque it up, and keep going until you reach that 450 inch pounds. And that assures you that you may not get in a situation that this may happen. I did walk up on it. I started at 200. But I have no explanation. I did talk to Roger at Zenith Aircraft. As always, he was very helpful. He says, Jamie, let me get right back to you. So about an hour later, he gives me a call back and say, Jamie, I took a couple of those spacers out and we bench test them at 450 inch pounds. And he sent me photos to show me what he did. And they didn't have any problems and any failures. So there's no problem there. And he goes, Jamie, I'll send you another set of spacers out there. So within a day or two, we had the new spacers. We installed the motor and didn't have a problem. So I can't explain why we got the problem. Um, Other things that we did was we installed the coolant radiator, the oil cooler, um, the oil tank, the coolant overflow, and as you see here, I actually purchased a bicycle bottle holder that was perfect for my coolant overflow bottle. The only thing now that I installed that before we installed the motor, and after reading the procedures of installing the motor and all in the manual, there's a specification from your coolant filling cap down to the bottle. It has to be a certain length, so I have to check that. I opened my hole up for the heater dunk. I started installing my dual throttles. Work still in progress, and working on my gasculator. We're going to put all the lines on. Mark, my Project 701 partner, he's working on the panel. He should be dropping all the gauges back off, and I'll be doing a video on cutting out the panel. But for now, I think I got you all caught up. Again, I'm really embarrassed to say, and just haven't really got a lot done. But what my new incentive is at least an hour a day, one thing to get done on this. I would really like to be flying next year. We should have had this done the very first year that we got the kit, but it never happened. Life. But it's all good. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great day.